views expressed on this program are those of the hosts, guests, and callers, and are not necessarily those of this station, its management, or other advertisers. You're listening to Transformation Talk Radio.
The Truth is Funny with Colette Stefan will have you thinking outside the box and riding the wave of infinite potential. Join Colette on the Higher Self Network as she provides energetic shifts and consistent results in every area of life, inspiring listeners to shine their brilliance and ensure success. Many people who shift out of limiting beliefs roar with laughter as they recognize the humor of the giant cosmic joke. The truth is funny. Shift happens. Feel instant relief. Stay tuned for more fun and release struggle and suffering. And now, here's your host, Colette Stefan.
This is Colette Marie Stefan. Welcome to The Truth is Funny on Transformation Talk Radio. Stay tuned for the next hour and experience the instant relief of listening to your intuition. Shift happens every Wednesday morning at 8 o'clock a.m. Pacific time, live on the radio waves and in the archives at thetruthisfunny.com and transformationtalkradio.com. And the energetic shifts are still accessible through what I call HSN, the Higher Self Network, if you're listening later. So I've been using this radio show as a vehicle to show people how easy it is to really clear problems by identifying the energetic weakness and then shifting it very quickly and moving on to a better life, like creative solutions for problems and just more energy, basically. And I've been doing this with my favorite practitioners that I've been working with over the last decade. We love to hear from you. You can call in at 1-800-930-2819. My guest today is Karen Campbell-Benton, and she is a certified body talk practitioner, Yuen method master and instructor, certified acute care nurse practitioner, and a mother. And Karen is the owner of Intuitive Living, providing private and group sessions and seminars to connect each other to their infinite potential. So as humans, we only tap into a fraction of our infinite potential, and Karen is into living limitless potential in our lives, disease-free and joyful. And so Karen strives to bring the latest in science, alternative therapy, and healthcare to our awareness to achieve our greatest human potential as individuals, family, community, on the continent and on the globe. Hey there. How are you today, Karen?
Hello. Happy Wednesday.
Yes, it's my favorite day because every morning I start off my Wednesdays like this with my favorite practitioners doing energy work, connecting with beautiful people from around the world.
I love it.
What's better than that?
Nothing.
So,
me.
Karen, it's been so long since I've talked to you. Like, it was the last time was on the radio show. So just tell us a little bit about yourself and what you've been up to. Because I know you've been doing a bunch of different things. And what's going on?
Yeah. So, well, I'm in the process of relaunching the name of my my work to what you mentioned, which is Limitless Living. I was really drawn to the idea that what we create is limitless, right? We don't have a lot of words in our language that support the kind of work that, that I have been brought to get so darn excited about. And for you, right? Like we don't have a language for, shifting is a word that we use, but what our human potential is, that's non-physical, right? So we have these tangible things. Well, if I take a pill, then this happens. And if I, do these exercises, then this happens. But more and more the field of science is showing us that we have a limitless potential with our mind, our thoughts, and our feelings. So I'm in the process of relaunching my business as that name, Limitless Living, to really support people.
I love it. I love it.
Thank you.
I love the idea of limitless living.
Yeah. I mean, and it's funny, so many of us, particularly in this spiritual realm, that we can be categorized in, although I really don't even think there's a name for for a category that satisfies the umbrella that the work that you're doing, the work that I'm doing, you know, that it's so, limitless, right? Like it impacts everything. It's not just, you know, we think of it a lot in health and maybe even spirituality, but it's so much more than that. It's relationships, it's career, it's purpose, it's finance, it's outlook, it's experiences. And, you know, the things that we know are even so simple as the placebo effect, right? When you take something that is essentially nothing, but you believe it's going to do something, that has a 30% result. Like that's something we don't put a lot of, attention to, right?
I was just getting the word attention.
Yeah. You know, we're so focused on
pay attention to what's happening.
Yeah.
To what's really happening.
And, you know, what's crazy is my background is in medicine, right? So I spent years being conditioned to look for what's wrong, to focus on what's wrong with me. And I've spent years trying to, you know, look at what's wrong with me. And I can spend a day, and man, if I focus on what's wrong with me, it's a pretty, horrible day. I wanted to use a different word, but I chose not to.
I'm being psychic and all. I'm not going to say what that word was, but I got it.
You got skills.
Well, this is what I've been finding with a lot of my clients right now. And a lot of the people I'm connecting with, it's been a very, moving into this year, 2016, has been a very rocky one for many people in the fact that nothing feels solid right now. Mm-hmm. And I love it. I just love it. For the first time, I was telling you just before when we were talking, before we started the show here, that I've been I started painting these dragons that appeared to me, you know, like in 2007, and said, you know, you're going to paint 64 of us. We're from the Intergalactic Federation of Light. And I'm like, okay, then. And at that time, I was working with Tai Neo, who was teaching the Ewan method. And she was a brilliant instructor and a brilliant energy practitioner. And I phoned her and I said, you know, the good news is that, you know, I've finished all the internships and I'm ready to go and I'm going to be able to teach and I'm so excited. But the bad news, I'm certified. I said, I can get certified now. But I said, the bad news is that I am certifiable because I have these dragons that showed up and this is insane. And then I started reading about it and I found that many people have had this experience happening. One of the, I can't remember his name offhand right now, but he was a psychologist and he had sort of an attunement like this, like where I think what happens is sometimes people tune into a part of the vector. Mm-hmm. And so I chose, and what happened is this psychologist, he was out on the deck, you know, at night doing it because he didn't want to even let his wife know, like, because he thought he was kind of going crazy. And now he sings these beautiful, like he can sing on all these octaves, you know, when he's doing that. And so a lot of times what happens is when people are doing a lot of energy work, what they do is they start really getting creative. And I've seen many, many people like paint beautiful paintings that didn't know that they could, or all of a sudden they can sing or they're writing beautiful music. Mm-hmm. So, all of this energy work, it's for the whole being, right? Yes. And so like for the first time in a decade, these dragons are clamoring, you know, we want to, the paintings, they want, I want to get them out there. So that's what I've been busy with for the last, since I got back from Peru. And
I think that's the creation process though. You know, what you're experiencing is what all humans have the potential to experience, you know, when they find their vehicle to their inner knowing, right? Like to their wisdom. Like we're all here and we have unique gifts to share, right? But we're so, with the media and everything focused on what everyone else has and wanting what everyone else has. And part of this limitless living is exactly that, hearing your own inner call of what your gifts, your unique gifts are. Mm-hmm. And that comes from something greater than, your role as mother and wife and girlfriend and friend and all of those things that we get so tied up in. And when we, find a space or connect to people like you and, as you said, step into this vector, we find that our interests are so, really make us feel alive.
I got to cut you off, Karen, because we have to go take a quick break. But when we come back, we have a caller that's been waiting.
Okay,
we'll take her call, and then we'll talk some more about, using your creativity for limitless living. Call in 1-800-930-2819. We're going to make some shift happen.
Authentic self. For over 15 years, soul purpose advocate Nancy Monson has been focused on leading change in the lives of those looking to live their true purpose. She is devoted to supporting people and living a soul-directed life every day. Let Nancy help you overcome fear, worry, and doubt. Visit everydayspirituality.com to learn how Nancy can be your soul purpose advocate.
What are vibes? We often use this word, but did you know vibes can actually be useful and help solve our everyday challenges? Embark on an exciting learning journey with Caitlin Keat, 11-time Visionary Award winner, specialist in vibrational energy, and the creator of Vibes Up. Join Caitlin as she takes you through the world of vibrational therapy and energy healing with natural solutions for a modern world. Visit vibesup.com to learn more today.
A word of caution, if you prefer the status quo and you are not interested in improving every aspect of your life, this book will trigger the shift out of you. The Truth is Funny, Shift Happens is available now. Author Colette Stefan brings the powerful knowledge and life-changing energy and empowerment from the radio airwaves to the pages of her new book. To get your copy in paperback or ebook, visit thetruthisfunny.com today.
Hey everyone, meet my friends at the maca team. The ancient Inca root vegetable maca is known worldwide for its huge array of health benefits. As a family-run company of true maca specialists, the maca team is here to bring you the best maca the Peruvian mountains has to offer. Yellow maca, used to promote endurance, vitality, fertility, hormone health, and much more, is on sale now. I love it. Visit themacateam.com to order yours now. Themacateam.com.
Are you ready for a game changer? Sarah Westall is bringing you Business Game Changers Radio. Sarah brings you leading experts, visionaries, and newsmakers who provide the best commentary on big issues and cutting-edge innovations. Sarah's 20 years as a business executive will help you think like an entrepreneur with expertise, energy, and attitude. Tune into Business Game Changers Mondays at noon Pacific, 3 Eastern on TransformationTalkRadio.com.
Almost everyone at some time in their lives ask themselves, what am I? Most of our questions are ego-generated and simply don't address the problem of our false self. It's time to relax your ego and embody your soul. Dr. Dan Cohen, neurologist, inventor, and author, has created tools to awaken, a new way to transform from who you thought you were into what you truly are. Visit toolstoawaken.com.
1230 WBLQ.
Give a little bit of your love to me.
We're back on The Truth is Funny with Colette Marie Stefan and my guest today, Karen Campbell Benton, and she's enjoying your music, Brian.
Well, thank you. It's quite the pleasure that I get to do this every Wednesday for you. Thank you, Karen.
Give a little bit of my heart to you. I love it.
What we're doing right here.
Yeah, exactly. So before we continue, Karen, just give us your contact information. I know you're kind of in the middle of this change in your business, but we want to be able to connect with you somehow here. What is the best way?
Go into the dream world and I'll appear. No, my email is Karen@intuitivelivingy.com. And my website, which is where you can get any information that you need about me, is www.intuitivelivingy.com. It will soon be, and you can check in to
progress
www.karenbenton.com, but in time.
Yeah, that's what we find out. Even though that there is no real time in the non-physical world, there is a lot of time in the physical world. We have linear time and we have to deal with it.
And the more we focus on it, the more we create it, right? We experience the limitations. I mean, did you ever notice that? It's like the watch pot never boils. It doesn't.
Yeah,
walk away from it. It happens really fast. Like, what is that?
Well, this is what I've been finding a lot lately when I'm doing a lot of energy work. Is that, and I've really been feeling like there's a lot of shift happening right now, like all over the planet, all over the universe, and
right.
The thing is that what's happening is people are making shifts in the way that they view the world because of all the information that's out there. Like the information, we've never had access to the information that we have. And we don't only have access to the regular media information. We have access through the internet. And that has been a huge force. David Bowie, actually, there's an interview where David Bowie talks about this.
I watched it. Yeah.
And he predicted this, right? Mm-hmm. But anyway, before we get going talking any more about this, we've had Liz patiently waiting on the line from California. So we want to take her call and see what we can do for you today. Liz, are you there?
Yes, I am. Thank you.
Thank you for patiently waiting.
No problem. I'd like some help. With a shift. I'm having this anxiety that seems to be triggered by working with this one client I have, except that it really doesn't match, the situation.
Okay.
And
so I want to get. I always like to get a baseline for this. Out of a scale of 0 to 10, 0 being like, hey, I'm totally neutral to this. It doesn't bother me that, at all, to like, oh, this is really, really bothering me. How much is this affecting you, as 10 being the worst?
Like a 7 or 8 when it happens.
Okay. Yeah, I'm getting 6, 7, 8. It depends on the time and the day and what's going on. So, Karen, what are you picking up right here is the weakness?
The first, I actually had to go through a little protocol scroll that I go through to get to something that didn't come to me immediately, but something around, it has nothing to do with your client, or maybe it does, but something around childbirth is coming up. So not necessarily your childbirth, but some energies around your mom and her childbirth. So we just strengthen you to that energy of and not really limiting it. We're not going to bring up the exact piece of the story that has created the limitation for you. So anxiety, right, is worry, which is has a benefit to us in the way that it helps us extract the essence out of an experience, right? But too much worry, right, and it kind of takes us over. Not enough worry, and we might actually miss what we're hoping to glean out of any experience we magnetize in our lives. So we just strengthening all the past.
I'm getting what you're saying is balance, right? It's coming up balance. Liz, when you get in touch with this client, what is the emotion that comes up?
Sadness.
Yeah, grief. And is this a male or a female?
Male.
Okay. Yeah, you got some karma with this dude. I'm going to work on that.
Okay.
What else are you
getting? When I said the word childbirth, did anything come up for you?
The two little things two thoughts kind of instantaneously. One is my biggest regret is that I haven't had children. Mm-hmm. Another is I feel like I'm feeling kind of cramped in my life and work about being creative and having fulfilled creativity.
Well, what's coming up right away is one of the first things that is that we create out of our sacral energy, like from our from that chakra, and that's our reproductive system, and that is about creation and but it's not just about creating children, it's about creating projects, creating business. There's a weakness from you to business to birth, and birth to business. Like, we birth businesses, we birth paintings, we birth songs, we birth inspiration. And so I'm strengthening you to that. I just had to throw that in there right away. Karen, what are you picking up here?
That's great. Yeah, even if you say the word creative, and there's a fear, there's a fear of being powerful, and there's this element when you think about creating a child, almost feels like, not that it's not your call, but there's something that you are being called to create that you have not accessed or allowed its fruition. And I'm not saying that childbirth is not part of your thing, or having a child is not, but there's an unwinding that this experience in particular is supporting you to open to, right? So, allowing that vibration to turn into a vision, right, is something that will be very powerful for you.
Yeah, that feels so strong. And I just want to check in with you. How are you feeling right now, Liz? Do you feel the same, or is it changing? What's going on?
It's changing, but it could be that I'm feeling a little more anxious.
Yeah, for a moment, go into that anxiety. Just allow it to be there for a moment, right? And imagine that it's an invitation, from your source self, from your part of you that's bigger than, the tangible things in your life. Your role as the practitioner, your role as, your work, and your, as a sister and a daughter, and all of those things. And connect to the possibility that this sensation is an invitation for you to expand. And this is where you get to get excited about how that expansion is going to show up in your life, right?
Mm-hmm. And that feels so beautiful, Karen. I could feel that shifting like crazy here.
Yeah. And go ahead. So how does that...
Yeah, Liz, what are you experiencing right now?
Just kind of like it's all too vulnerable.
Well, see, the vulnerability is a typical vulnerability that people have. If you get in touch with the absolute best thing that can happen, or the best that you can do in your life, or the absolute worst that you can do in your life, most people think that they would go weak to the worst thing that could possibly happen. But people become sidetracked when they step into their power, when they step into the best of themselves, because that's what really scares people. And so let's get you strong to that. The vulnerability of being in this creative space, of expanding your potential and being able to see things from a totally different perspective. Karen?
Yeah, and the accumulated experiences and subtle awarenesses you have of the times you have sabotage this experience in your past, right? It's come to an opportunity. You've heard the voice in the past, or that opportunity to expand. And there's a perception that you have failed it in the past. So we just strengthen the misinformation, the misunderstandings, the miscommunications around failure. Even just the word is useless. It has there's no failures in life, right? Yeah. And that's just a sabotaging story. So if we make the choice to allow that energy, that sabotaging energy, to expand, whichever, we be gentle with ourselves. We notice it, right? How gentle can you be with yourself? Oh, isn't this interesting? I'm allowing this story to have more energy and more charge over my physical experience, and then inviting how, other tools that you can bring into your life to support you in redirecting your energy, right? And so it's not about the other experience not happening, but allowing it to integrate with the creation process as well, and recognizing they're one and the same. They're a play on each other. They're that duality thing in life where, they're the opposite of one, and we focus on what's not there rather than what is. And
if you hang on, Liz, we have to take a quick break here again. And if you hang on through the break, we'll work on you a little bit more, touch in with you, and then grab this next caller that is waiting here. I am Colette Marie Stefan, and you are listening to The Truth is Funny on Transformation Talk Radio. You can connect with me at thetruthисfunny.com, at energeticupgrade.com, and on social media, Facebook and Twitter at The Truth is Funny with Colette. Call in if you want an opportunity to shift your life into better. 1-800-930-2819. We'll be right back to make some shift happen.
Mother, hello, Father. Here I am at Camp Granada. Camp is very entertaining, and they say we'll have some fun if it stops raining. I went hiking with Joe Spivey. He developed poison ivy.
There are so many resources out there for meditation. But did you know that Atana's Heart Earth Healing Meditation is available for you for free? Yes, that's right. You can receive this free healing meditation today from Atana Badili. All you need to do is visit his website, atanamethod.com. That's ATAANA method.com, and sign up. You will receive your free meditation instantly. That's atanamethod.com.
Are you tired of being bloated and nauseous? Hi, I'm Mary Jane Mack. Did you know eating unhealthy foods eventually leads to an unhealthy digestive system? Did you know eating the most healthy, nutritious food doesn't necessarily result in a healthy body? The stomach must be healthy in order to properly digest, metabolize, and utilize even the best of nutrition. Without proper digestion from the stomach through the intestinal tract, the nutritious value is not absorbed, and the improperly digested food can be more toxic to your body than helpful. You can be doing all the right things and getting all the wrong results. In fact, other organs may also be interfering with your stomach's ability to digest. With CRA, we are able to determine the specific cause of the digestive issue and use the proper nutrition to correct the imbalance. Contact us today for your appointment at 888-777-4232. That's 888-777-4232. Or visit us at maryjanemack.com.
Hello, my name is Dr. Friedman Schaub. Anxiety can attack or creep up on us at the most inopportune moments, which makes us feel powerless and out of control. However, anxiety is a basic feeling that is created by our mind. Understanding some do's and don'ts about anxiety is a first step to demystify this emotion and regain control. The more we know about a challenge, the more we can find ways to overcome it.
Song of the Heart, Walking the Path of Light, from author and healer Francine Vale, is available now. Through Francine's life story, we learn how imperative it is to love one another. Once this simple truth is learned, peace on earth will prevail. Song of the Heart is a life lived and a story told for this purpose. To learn more about Francine and her amazing gifts, or to order your copy of the book today, visit angelsandlightbeings.com.
The Doctor is in. Tune in to the hit show, The Psychic Love Doctor, with host Deborah Lee. Deborah's life-affirming, highly perceptive reading method has taught Deborah how to zero in on specific problems with relationships, career pursuits, and current roadblocks to success and happiness. Join Deborah Fridays at 2 p.m. Pacific, and for a special broadcast the second Thursday of every month at 11 a.m. Pacific on TransformationTalkRadio.com.
Shine On on Radio. Find Your Shine with Kelly is the show that celebrates what makes you, you. Join co-hosts Kelly Wadler and Dr. Pat Basili as they break down how to brilliantly fuel and move your body and love what makes you shine. Kelly is a professional arts and wellness coach dedicated to helping brilliant women find their confidence, energy, self-love, and shine. Tune in to Shine on Radio with Kelly and find Your Shine on TransformationTalkRadio.com.
Introducing the Lucid Planet, a digital gathering place featuring cutting-edge, high-vibrational content that will empower and inspire you to become the greatest version of yourself. Visit the Lucid Planet today to stimulate your mind, body, and soul as you connect with a global community of like-minded people. The Lucid Planet is edited by renowned psychologist and author Dr. Kelly Neff, who is here to help you cope with anxiety, connect to your higher purpose, uncover your true passions, and live your dreams. Dr. Kelly's fresh, compassionate perspective emphasizes growth, transformation, healing, and thriving, even in the face of adversity. Say goodbye to bad news and low vibrational media for good and become part of the larger collective of people working together to navigate the global shift of consciousness and transform the world from within. Join the planet, the Lucid Planet. Visit thelucidplanet.com. Welcome home.
Hello, mother. Hello, father. Here I am at Camp Granada. Camp is very entertaining. And they say we'll have some fun if it stops raining.
I am Colette Marie Stefan, and you are listening to The Truth is Funny. I have Karen Campbell Benton with me today, and also Brian, who's playing all this fabulous music. Thank you, Brian.
Anytime. It's I love it.
Feel free to call in 1-800-930-2819. We have Liz waiting on the line. Liz, are you there?
Yes.
How are you feeling right now?
Yeah, well, different. The words that Karen mentioned, a new perspective, that felt very like a relief, like a freedom. So I'm feeling like a relief, but kind of a blank slate feeling, like I don't really know.
I love that. The blank slate. That's like when you get to paint whatever reality you want on it.
That's like that's when you're aligned with the universe. That's when you're able to invite what you can't even see in right now, right? Isn't that, our dreams are still limited by the constructs of our left brain, right? If we're not, so being in that state, right? So each time you find yourself worrying or sadness, and labeling it is fine, but, just see it as this real, this is your opportunity to either limit yourself with this experience or notice it and allow it to just be, right? The more we judge it, the more we say it shouldn't be, the more energy we give it.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just...
Hallelujah.
We can redirect, to the creation process. We're creative beings at our core, right? I think Kyle C. says that. And I recently, and I love it. He's a comedian, and I love his comedic approach to it because it's a great way to access people's hearts. When we're laughing and we're having fun and we're recognizing that's right, we are creative beings, and that's most alive, right? When we're creating, and I don't care if you're creating a footprint in the sand when you're down on the beach, you're creating, or you're looking at the clouds and you're creating an image that's up there through the, letting go of anything and seeing the formation of the clouds. That adds to the vibration of all of us.
Absolutely. So Liz, you're feeling like a lot, like a calmness is what I'm getting around this now that you didn't have before, because it's when Karen was talking about your perception, what was coming up is that you're in this process of birthing your business and birthing your creativity through your business. Just strengthen you to that you're going to attract all the people that you have fun with and that you enjoy. And if you have a client that is not working for you to make it joyful and fun, you can really ask yourself why, what is that really about? Because when you get down to it, it was karma just between this person. That's why, and when I get in touch with the energy between the two of you now, it's less volatile. And so we'll see what happens with it. I'm glad that you're feeling better. Thank you for calling in. And we have another caller on the line, Karen. And this is Pamela from Stratford, Ontario.
Excellent.
Are you there, Pamela?
Yes.
Hi, Pamela.
Hello there. The volume just went down 1 second there.
All right.
Hi.
We can hear you. So,
Good.
Pamela, what can Karen and I do for you this morning?
Well, I feel like you already have through Liz. I am so on the same page.
Say, listen, just for a moment, just really, expand how, just as women getting together and men, humans getting together in this vibration, how powerful it is for us to see the world different. And we know, right, that our perception and our intention changes the expression of our DNA. Right? Right then, the DNA starts directing different proteins to be created, different chemical reactions to happen. It's so very powerful, so subtle, and so easy. And the more we bring our attention to it, the more we expand how it shows up in our lives, right? And then those that are in our lives get to connect to that same vibrations with such effortlessness.
Yes,
and ease.
Absolutely. And I was sitting here going, what is my question? And it felt very broad, kind of vague. And as I was listening through, you're working through with Liz, I went, oh my God, I had so many yeses and ahas. And I realized that it was completely in resonance with where I am and a mirror, because in perfection, I called in today. I actually called in about 10 months ago, Colette, and was just on my way to Europe for 5 weeks and was having an issue with my bladder. And interestingly, I went off and had the most amazing time. So fast forward to today. I'm in a similar place of birthing from this place of the limitlessness of my potential, but I've been finding in the past few weeks a resurfacing of old fears and old doubts and old patterns.
Isn't that unreal? Like, I have been working with people, all the clients I've been working with, all the private sessions, lots and lots of people are experiencing the same thing. And
is that right?
The collective influence, what I'm attributing, there's a lot of astrological energies at play here right now. A lot of times it's coming up astrological, and I feel that the year 2016 being a 9-year of completion, that it's important for people to recognize that, we have cycles in our life, and that I'm just getting that we're coming into a new cycle here for the entire planet. And there's a lot happening right now that is scary for people. Like, if you watch the news, that's why I haven't had a TV in almost a decade now. I really, I can get information and I'll get it off the internet, or I'll go and look up information. I like to know what's going on in the world, but really, I don't want to hear what's going on in the world from some perspective of all bad news. Like, there is no situation that can possibly be all bad. We live in a duality. So I prefer to go sometimes when we're going deep and it gets a little dark. And in those shadows, that's where we see the light. Leonard Cohen, I love Leonard Cohen, and he has a song, and what he basically says is it's through the crack that the light gets in. And so we want to strengthen that for everybody, that, people are not at their best when when everything's going all hunky-dory in their life.
Well, let's just destroy that illusion to begin with, the illusion of hunky-dory, happy-go-lucky, right? That's not reality, right? Because emotions have a purpose and they have an expression, and really living means experiencing all the keys of emotions, right? How many keys in a piano, right? And really living is accessing, experiencing, and opening to what each one of those emotions offers us the opportunity to expand in life, right? So, the fact just that you're, experiencing any kind of conflict is a beautiful, beautiful opening that you're living. You are inviting. The opposite is numbing out, and not And just and not engaging in those challenges and those.
I love that, Karen. That's so beautiful how you said it. We are here to experience life, and I prefer to experience laughter and joy, but I have my moments of tears and crying and all the other stuff. And
the key for that, Colette, right, is to do like what you're doing right now, is to connect in with this type of vibration, and you have your core group of practitioners that you access when you want that support that will align you with a higher vibration. People that don't go down the story with you. And
Karen, that's what this show's for.
Exactly.
Is because when I set out to do this radio show, I didn't, I know lots of really famous people too. But I really enjoy working with the people that I work with, and I feel I want to show people that we all have this ability. All of us. We have to take another break. I want to thank you for calling in, Pamela, and we have another caller, so we got to take a quick break here again, and then when we come back, we'll take the other caller, and because we're running out of time again. All right, we'll be right back to make some shift happen.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you.
A word of caution, if you prefer the status quo and you are not interested in improving every aspect of your life, this book will trigger the shift out of you. The Truth is Funny, Shift Happens is available now. Author Colette Stefan brings the powerful knowledge and life-changing energy and empowerment from the radio airwaves to the pages of her new book. To get your copy in paperback or ebook, visit thetruthисfunny.com today.
Are you ready for a radical shift in your way of being? Are you seeking a more deeply connected and fulfilling life? Awakened Living Radio is a show dedicated to helping you embrace a life filled with profound peace, connection, and happiness. TJ Woodward is passionate about helping you find your clarity, balance, and purpose. Join co-host TJ Woodward and Dr. Pat Basili on the first Monday of every month at 11 a.m. Pacific Time for Awakened Living Radio on TransformationTalkRadio.com.
Get into it for 2016. Do you want more prosperity, clarity, energy, and balance in your life? Join Lynn Brown now through March for one of her amazing workshops, each focusing on a key part of living your best life. For more information and to register for one of these amazing workshops, visit lynnbrownevent.com. That's lynnbrownevent.com. And get into it this 2016 with Lynn Brown.
Do you want the freedom to spend more time with your loved ones? Travel the world? Live spontaneously? Get ready, because the Chip Justice Show is here. Hosts Dr. Pat Basili and Chip Justice can help you build meaningful success while embracing life. Living a life you love is the end game in this new, inspirational, and empowering show. Positive changes for a life you'll love. Tune in every month on TransformationTalkRadio.com and visit PositiveChangeInstitute.co for more information.
Sky Siegel co-hosts one of today's most popular psychic shows, Angels and Answers, with Artie Hoffman, as she communicates healing messages from the spirit world. These messages can be astounding, enlightening, and life-changing. Born with the God-given talent of inner guidance and the amazing ability to heal, Sky has healed thousands of people. Schedule a reading with Sky now. Call 908-500-1474 and visit skyofangels.com.
You got attitude? Keys to the rescue. Adjust your attitude with Keys Clear Protein Waters. So refreshing. Just a few sips of Keys will give you a whole new outlook, thanks to 22 grams of the happiest protein on earth. Tongue-tingling tasty without the guilt of naughty or nasty ingredients. If that doesn't put a smile on your face, maybe you need to drink too. Put a little woohoo in your attitude with Keys Protein Water. On Amazon or at Keys, Kees, please.com.
Top 30 WPLQ.
is Colette Marie Stefan, and my guest with me today is Karen Campbell Benton. And we're talking about limitless living. We have been taking calls from callers, and I want to thank Pamela for calling in and expressing what you and I have been talking about here is just let's raise the vibration. We do have 2 other callers on the line that we'll try to get to, but we're really low on time here. So we're going to take Lee from Colorado here. Are you there, Lee?
I am. Hi, Colette.
Hi. Good morning. How are you?
Hello,
Good morning.
Lee.
Thank you. Hi. How are you two?
Awesome.
Very good.
We always are awesome.
Are you on the radio?
We rarely get the opportunity to visit because we're both so busy, it seems like. And, you know, Karen's in New York,
yes.
so.
Yes, this is perfect.
What can we do for you today, Lee?
There's many great things happening in my life that I'm very grateful for. But I recently moved out to a mountain town from New York about 3 years ago. And since then, it's a small town of 2,000 people, and it's all mostly mountain resort-based, the jobs, the careers, the people. And I'm still trying to figure out how I used to have a job in advertising and marketing in a previous life, and still trying to figure out what to do for a career out here. I've started a business with a friend, and that's slowly taking shape. But it's I've gone through a lot of frustration.
What come up right away as soon as you first spoke is that you said your life is going great, blah, 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 but. Right. And whenever someone has a but, it's kind of like they cancel out what they said before the but. So I'm strengthening you not to cancel out what's great in your life just because of work, okay? And then the other thing is quit trying and just do. Karen?
Yeah, I'm almost stuck on the but piece too. It feels so weakening and sabotaging, right? So there's an element that I find very powerful of that gentleness, compassion, support that only you can give yourself, right? So when we look for our worth and our value based on what we're creating, right, or what we've done, quote unquote, right, it's always infused with the conditioning and our religious and our cultural and all of the ideas in this world of, you know, what we're supposed to be doing. So, you know, when we say everything's great, but it's a real opportunity to provide for yourself what you might be looking for in the external, right? So maybe it's time by yourself, whatever, however you can fill yourself the greatest with, you know, accepting that you are a creation of the divine, right? So however you can engage that truth in you, right? And so that what you create is from that space of being filled rather than a space of needing it to fill what you are perceiving you don't have.
Beautifully said. Change the but word to and. I have this beautiful life. Everything is going perfectly well for me. I'm happy and blah, blah, blah. And I would love to use my skills of marketing and, you know, what I used to do in the past. I would like to use those skills to now provide myself with a career and purpose that are connected. And that I would love to be in a position to sell myself. And when I say sell myself, I mean sell your beauty, because your energy is so strong and beautiful. As soon as I heard your voice, I'm like, oh, this is someone people want to be around. So allow the work to come to you is what I'm getting. Yeah. I'd like to check in with you, Lee. Where are you at with this right now?
Where am I at right now? I'm in Telluride, Colorado.
No. And where are you at? How do you feel about being there and the work situation?
Oh, got it. I feel good. You kind of remind me. I mean, I do go through, obviously, positive points where I think, wow, I'm so close to, you know, when I had the career, I didn't have the other aspects of my life. And now I have the other aspects when I'm searching for the career. So I remind myself how far I've come.
Your career, we're just going to strengthen this. And this is what came to me earlier last week. And I promised the listeners I was going to put another tele-shifting call out, and I haven't gotten around to it because my dragon
calling you.
Yeah. But I do plan to do that before I leave here for Germany. At mid-March, I'm going to do an energetic upgrade seminar with Mark Kettenbach from Germany. But I'm going to put another tele-shifting call out on this, connecting career to purpose, because I was getting that when that happens, when you're stepping into a place where your career is truly in alignment with your inner beauty, I'm getting, just allow it to come to you. I'm getting it will come to you.
Or really that, to expand on that, what Colette is saying, it's already there, right?
Yes, so that's what I'm saying.
What would it be like to make that your story, right? So it's not that the other pieces, that comedian, he was so funny. I went to a show, and anytime someone would come up with what they were, and I don't have this in my life, and I love that, which makes you laugh, right? So each time you think it, you think, oh, and I love that, and that's awesome, and that's great. There are people trying to even meditate, and what do you do? And he was sort of saying, which I love this, and it brought laughter to me. So, and I have tried to start meditating recently. So it's this funny thing of like, you see all these thoughts flying past you and you start going, and I love that. Oh, and that's awesome. And that's great. And you just start laughing, which helps, move and shift the energy more to the creative piece, right? To remember that you are, rather than focusing what what you do not have, what you are perceiving is not part of your life, shifting your attention to what you want to create. And that's the creative energy. That's where we align with the universal energy. And that's where we start to, even go beyond what our limited mind can connect to right now when we're in this other contracting energy, right? So when you're in
what happens is when we're doing energetic shifting, at first we get less of what we don't want. And then we start to get what we want. So focus on what you want. You know what? We've run out of time. I apologize to Jenny from New York. If you email me at info@thetruthisfunny or email Karen. Karen, do you want to share your contact information?
Karen at intuitivelivingny.com, or just go to the intuitivelivingny.com site.
And so I really want to thank all the callers for calling in. And Jenny, we will have the show on next Wednesday, and I'll have another. I can't remember who I have next week at this moment, but guaranteed we'll work on your issue if you call in right away. And Karen, I want to thank you so much for coming on the show. It's been so much fun to connect with you again. And I love that when through our connection, because we kind of pump each other up is what happens. The vibration of that is we want to extend that out to everybody. Do you have any last words for the listeners here for this call here, for this radio show that you would like to say?
No, I just come to blank. I think just be, man, just wherever you are and whatever you're feeling, open to that just being the perfect place for you, and love it, allow it, and open to how you can attract what you would like to expand, to experience the expression of your unique gifts, right? So the expression of your unique gifts, not the shoulds and the woulds and the coulds and how everyone says we're supposed to show up, but, that unique expression. Perhaps it's dragons like Colette. You don't really know.
I love it. So the dragons are calling, the radio show is over. Back, and you're going to pick up your daughter from school. So
That's right.
Thank you, Brian, for the wonderful music today, and thank you for everyone listening in. We will see you next week on The Truth is Funny, and we'll make some more shift happen.
You've been listening to The Truth is Funny with Colette Stefan. Tune in to The Truth is Funny with Colette Stefan each Wednesday at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern on TransformationTalkRadio.com. Join Colette on the Higher Self Network as she provides energetic shifts and consistent results in every area of life, inspiring listeners to shine their brilliance and ensure success while roaring with laughter as they recognize the humor of the giant cosmic joke. The Truth is Funny. Visit thetruthisfunny.com for more information. That's thetruthisfunny.com.